What's good, everybody? Shit. UFC 267 just passed this Saturday. We had great fights. We had Chimaev, we had Makachev, we had Glover. You know, these guys all. We had Jan. All these guys. I'm talking about Peter Jan, not Jan Blachowicz. Just make that clear. Good fights. But we have another week of fucking great fights. We got Usman versus Kobe. We got Rose versus Wade Lee. We got Chandler and Gagey. So, looking forward to that. But what we're here to talk about today is the Dagestani Islam Makachev. Got his win over Dan Hooker. When this fight first got announced, I was like, man, like it's gonna be a tough fight for Makachev. I feel like this fight's really gonna, it's gonna really show like who, like how good he is. You know what I mean? So he fought Hooker, and he made it look easy, bro. I thought this was gonna be like a tougher match. I'm like, Hooker's finally a top 5 guy. You know, he's a top 5 guy. He's tough. He's a tough guy. And I was like, this is gonna be a good test for Makachev, and he just walked right through him, bro. Just took him down, just controlled him, just got that Kimura and just fucking finished him, just dominated him. And I was like, I guess, and like it's like you're like, okay, before the fight, you're like, if he beats Hooker, it's gonna show like okay, but then he like beats him, and it's like that was too easy. Like it doesn't show much because it was too easy. You know what I mean? So the fact that he made it look easy, like it kind of like takes away from the fact that Hooker's a tough guy, that he was a good opponent. But you gotta give him credit, bro. Makachev is a problem. He's a problem. You know what I mean? You can tell his ground game is nasty. We didn't even get to see his stand up that much because you took him down right away. But so yeah, so I think Hooker was a good opponent. So now he's in the top 5. We got these top 5 guys. So we're gonna see who's gonna be his next fight. So obviously all these guys have a fight next. All these guys are scheduled to fight, except the number 3 guy, which is Beneil Dariush. So Makachev just fought, so there's no hurry. You know what I mean? There's no hurry in trying to get him a fight. You know what I mean? Very, very soon, but he does want to fight, and these other guys are gonna fight. Do they fight? Well, Gagey and Chandler fight this weekend, and then Poirier and Oliveira fight till December. So I think, to be honest, I'm gonna leave Oliveira and Poirier. I don't know. All right. I think Makachev should fight is Beneil Dariush. Because I feel like Dariush is a good guy. He's good on the ground, right? He's a good wrestler. His stand-up is, it's not the best. But I think if Makachev is able to finish Dariush on the ground, if he's able to submit him, that's gonna make a big statement. It's gonna make a big statement. It's gonna be like, okay, like, because Dariush is pretty good on the ground. You know what I mean? Like he's solid. You know what I mean? So if he's able to finish Dariush on the ground, it's gonna show like, okay, this guy's on another level. You know what I mean? And if he makes it look easy, it's gonna, you know what I mean? I think Makachev, if he fights Gagey, that's an easy dub for Makachev. You know, I think Gagey's ground game is no good. I think if he's on his back, he's gonna get submitted in a fucking heartbeat. We saw it happen against Khabib. I mean, this dude was on his back. Like, Gagey's cool. Like, I actually got Gagey winning over Chandler. But I think when it comes to fighting these Dagestanis, you know what I mean? I think it's a mismatch. I think Gagey on his back, he don't really have any submissions. He don't really got any, his jiu-jitsu. I don't even know if he does jiu-jitsu, bro. But yeah, I think once he got him down, it's a quick submission for them. Chandler's a good, you know what I mean? He has good wrestling. I think Chandler and Makachev is a better matchup than Makachev and Gaethje for sure. So for that reason, I think if Makachev fights Gaethje or Chandler, the winner of them, I think Makachev could beat both of them. To be honest, I think Makachev could beat both of them, Gaethje and Chandler. I don't think that's a very good stylistic matchup. If he fights any of those two guys, so I think Dariush is the best matchup, just because I would say he probably has the best ground game out of all these guys. Obviously, besides probably like wrestling wise. Um, I don't think Makachev should fight for the title yet, so I'm gonna leave. I don't know who's gonna win the title in December, Poirier or Oliveira. So I'm gonna leave those guys out of it. I don't think Makachev should fight for the title. I think if Makachev does fight for the title, I think that's gonna be a little like favoritism, you know, because obviously could be, but um, I think he needs at least for sure one more. For sure, one more. If he was one of these top guys, for sure. But thing about Dariush is that if he fights Dariush and he gets the win, people are gonna be like, "Who's Dariush?" You know what I mean? Like if you don't really, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna probably want a guy that has like more of a name. You know what I mean? More of a fan favorite type name. But yeah, I don't know how they're looking at Makachev. I don't know if they're trying to give him a favorite of a stylistic matchup, like for him to be favored in the matchup. I don't know if they're trying to give him the toughest guy. I don't know what they're trying to do. But I think the toughest guy from out of all these four guys from Makachev, I think I would say like Poirier or Dariush. But we saw what Khabib did to Poirier. You know what I mean? He might do the same. You know what I mean? So I think I don't know, bro. Like I don't know. I think Makachev could beat all of these guys. To be honest, so I would say Dariush should be his next fight. But if we want an exciting fan favorite fight, I would say make it the winner of Gaethje and Chandler. Only if it's Chandler though. If it's Gaethje, don't give him Gaethje because he's gonna fucking kill Gaethje. So I would say give him Chandler. If Chandler wins, I would say if Gaethje wins, you give him Dariush. And then Poirier and Oliveira, you just have to wait. Or you could give him the loser of Poirier and Oliveira. You could give him the loser if that's what it is. You know what I mean? I think Poirier versus Makachev. That's a good fight. You know what I mean? I think Poirier, you know, he's been there with Khabib. He knows what it's like to fight one of those guys. What it's like to feel their pressure on the ground. He knows what he's up against. He knows what to train for. You know what I mean? I mean, can you stop it even though you know it's coming? I don't know. I don't think so. But Makachev versus Oliveira. People are saying that's a good fight because Oliveira has nasty jiu-jitsu off his back. I think Oliveira's actually a little bigger than what he looks. Because when I seen him fight against Tony, he looked a little heavy. You know what I mean? He looked a little heavy on top. You know what I mean? And he looks pretty skinny. So, he's pretty long too. I guess Oliveira is his toughest matchup. I guess I don't even know how I feel about that. I think Makachev might be a little too strong for him. But yeah, if I had to choose his next opponent, I would say either the loser of Poirier and Oliveira, or give him Dariush, because I think Gaethje and Chandler they're more stand up guys, and I think it's gonna be like, you know, it's a bad stylistic matchup for those guys. Chandler, I guess, got his defensive wrestling, but I think he still get taken down. I mean, Oliveira wasn't able to submit Chandler when he had his back, so maybe he is a little more better than I'm giving him credit for. But yeah, so yeah, I think the order I give him in is, I think he should fight the loser of Poirier and Oliveira. If not, fight Dariush. And if not, then fight the winner of Not the winner, but only if Chandler wins. If Chandler wins, then you give him Chandler. If Gagey wins, then you give him Dariush. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna say my final pick. I know I've been bushing. I know I've been saying like 3 names and shit, but my final pick is gonna be I'm gonna say they're gonna give him. I don't know if they'll give him the loser of the title fight. Would they? Who would they give him? I'm gonna say they're gonna give him. Cause when is he gonna fight? We're in November. Well, then he fought just in October, November, December, January, February. So let's say he fights like in what 4 months, February. That means that the guys that fight in December are only have 2 months of rest. So he's like a month extra of rest. So I think he's probably not gonna fight the loser of Poirier and Oliveira just because they're gonna fight till December. But I think so I think Dariush, bro. Give him either you give him Dariush or you give him Chandler if he beats Gagey. I think that's the only matchup. That's what I'm gonna say. That's my final prediction. His next fight is Chandler. His next fight should be Chandler. But only if he wins. If Gagey beats him, then he should fight Dariush. I would like him to fight the loser of the title fight, but I don't know if the timing. He's like a month ahead of him. I don't know if that's still enough. I don't know if that's enough time for them to still book a fight. But if it isn't enough time, then I would say give him the loser of the title fight. So yeah, I'm gonna say his next fight is gonna be Chandler. Then that's gonna be my last prediction. Let me know who you guys got him fighting next. Makachev is a problem. Is he gonna be the champ? Maybe. I do want somebody to beat him. I wouldn't mind if he destroys everybody, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Catch y'all.